Tonight, I traded city lights for starlight. Just me and my 3-year-old son, venturing into the wild to see what life feels like off the grid. Life has been a blur lately. Deadlines, routines, screens. It all starts to feel like a grid you can't escape. But tonight, I needed to break away. For the first time ever, it wouldn't be with both of my boys. It would be with just him and me, one-on-one. The father and son adventure I've been waiting for. As we rolled down the trail, the Jeep carried us farther from the noise. I wondered how he'd take it. He's 3.5. Everything is new. Would he be nervous without his twin brother by his side? Or would he embrace this as his own journey? We climbed higher until the trees opened up to a hilltop, remote, quiet, perfect. A place that felt like ours, a place where time slows down and where the wild does the talking.
This is
As I set up camp, I watched him explore. Every stick was a sword, every rock was a treasure. He inspected everything, curious and fearless, as if the entire hill was built just for him to discover. I realized what felt routine to me was an entire new world through his eyes.
this funny.
You're doing great, buddy.
Yeah.
Once the tent was up, I pulled out a table and chairs. Nothing fancy, just enough for a quick snack before sunset. He munched, then he looked at me with a spark in his eyes. It was time to explore some more. So, we set off on a short walk, leaving camp behind, chasing the last light of the day.
You're funny.
Every step was a story. He pointed at the trees, shout at the shadows, laugh at the echoes bouncing back at us. To him, this wasn't just wilderness. It was the endless playground. I couldn't help but smile. Out here, kids don't need screens or toys. The land itself gives them everything they need. When we got back to camp, it was time to make dinner. So, out came the Voltaics pot powered by the Blue Eddy AC-180. Simple gear, but out here it felt like magic. The pasta and chicken sizzled, and the smell of good food filled the air. That's the thing about the wild. Even a simple meal feels earned. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the temperature dropped fast. October nights in the high country don't mess around. I got the fire going, sparks drifting into the sky, while he stayed close by, warming his hands and staring at the flames like he was seeing something ancient and new at the same time. But the fire wasn't enough. The cold crept in, and I could see him starting to shiver. I set up the diesel heater inside the tent, my secret weapon for nights like this. Here are our camp for the night. Gonna hang out by the fire for a bit and then eventually head up to the tent. Probably gonna be pretty cold tonight, so got the diesel heater set up, and we'll see how it goes. Should be a good night. If you're enjoying this video, do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and follow along so you don't miss anything that's coming next. All right, now let's get back to it. Feel warm? When he finally looked at me and said, "Daddy, I'm cold," I knew it was time to retreat to the inside. The tent filled with warmth, and suddenly the October night didn't matter. We stretched out in our sleeping bags, the heater humming softly, and the silence of the world outside pressing in. These are all moments I live for, the ones where nothing else exists but us. It hit me then. He probably won't remember this night. Not every detail anyway, he's too young. But I will. And maybe, years from now, when he's older, he'll feel the echo of nights like these, a bond built far from the grid. By morning, the world was still. The chill lingered, wrapping around the camp as the sun crawled over the hills. We packed up slowly, taking it all one last time before heading down the trail.
Oh, that's a... We're going.
You ready to roll?
Yeah, we're totally gonna jump.
It's Sunday, we're gonna get home. Wild doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you need. Silence, space, reminder of how small we are and how big these moments can be. And though he might forget, I'll carry this night with me forever. Sometimes escape isn't about running from life. It's about running towards the moments that make it worth living. Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next one. This is Path to Rome.